Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. This morning it's a little early, it's about 7:30. I gotta go pick up an engine hoist and try and pull the engine out of the Datsun. I was gonna use the tractor before, but I don't think the tractor is gonna have enough reach to get over the long hood of the Datsun to be able to pick the engine up evenly. So I'll see you guys in a few. Alright guys, we finally got the engine lift, and I guess we're having a cookout today. That's why it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon now and I'm now getting to the car. But I'll go ahead and get the engine lift pull over here and everything hooked up and get ready to start pulling this engine out. Alright guys, this is the engine hoist I got. It's a Ramco Shophan 5000. It's got a 5,000 pound capacity. And it'll be perfect for doing what we're doing here on the Datsun because that's how much telescoping boom it has. And yeah, it could reach all the way in the car. But I'm gonna go ahead and maneuver it into position, hook it up to the shackle right here, and take off this last couple bolts, and we'll get ready to pull her out. Alright, so I got the engine out, and it was a task and a half because it kept binding up on everything inside of the engine bay. But needless to say, we got it out, and yeah, it's just as we thought. Everything up here is all burnt up. I think I had to replace all these hoses and get a new fuel rail, which I already had a new fuel rail for it. I was just waiting to put it on, which I probably should have put it on. Maybe this whole fire wouldn't have happened. My turbo right here, which is just a cheap eBay turbo, is completely froze up. This eBay turbo, I actually had it on for like 3 years, and I never had any issues out of it at all. And I was running about 20 to 25 pounds of boost depending on how I felt like running. The engine, everything else overall is in pretty good shape. The fire didn't really disturb anything else. I got some rust here on my dipstick, but that's just surface rust. I'll brush all that up with a wire wheel and get everything cleaned up. Transmission's looking just as it did, just a little dirtier than when I put it in. Exhaust manifold is looking good, no damage there. All this was wrapped up, which is probably why the fire didn't burn any of it up. Even my silicone couplings right here is still pretty soft and not melted. This thing
This filter bushing right here, it was always hard because the turbo would get so hot it would melt the plastic of it. But yeah, everything's looking good. You know, the turbo is completely froze up, so I'm gonna have to get a new turbo. I don't know if I'm gonna do another eBay turbo or if I'm gonna put some money out and try and get a better turbo. The engine bay looks a lot better than what I thought it would look like. I thought all this area right here is just gonna be charred, but I think I'm gonna get the pressure washer out, spray it all down, take that brake booster out right there, get all this old wiring out because all this wiring has to come out anyway. Get all these old hoses out of here, spray paint, pressure wash it, get it to a point where it looks clean enough for me to work with. Start stripping some of this old paint off. I'm not sure if I'm gonna strip it all the way down to bare metal like I did before, or if I'm just gonna clean it up, sand it down a little bit, and spray some primer over everything. I'm hoping the pressure washer takes off most of this black soot everywhere, but I won't know until I actually pressure wash all that off. I'm really upset that it melted my throttle cable or throttle rod. I have no idea how I'm gonna find another one. If anyone watching this video has another one of these that I could have, let me know and I'll send you some money for it. But everything else with the steering's still good. Anyone who messes with these 280ZXs, you know, when you swap a non-turbo car to a turbo, you gotta swap the steering. You gotta take the power steering out and get a manual steering box in, because otherwise the turbo won't fit in there. Which I was really happy to see that didn't get damaged, because that thing is a pain in the butt to find another one. Once we get it prepped for paint, we might go ahead and spray some primer down. I don't know if I want to spray just the engine bay primer, if I'm gonna. I know I want to re-primer the whole car. I just don't know if I want to do it all in one go, or if I should just spray paint the not spray paint, but spray primer just the engine bay, and then come back to the body, or if to just do the body and the engine bay all at once. I'm kind of leaning to doing it all at once, because then the primer will be the same color as the rest of the car, and when I go to spray, I won't have two mixed match colors, which does happen because it happened before on this car right here with one of these fenders. One of these fenders don't look the same as the others because I painted and primered it on different days than when I did the rest of the car. Alright guys, I just want to say thank you for watching my video. Next week we will be taking either that engine bay right there and getting it prepped for prime, or I'm going to be cleaning up my engine bay, which is sitting over there, and getting that ready for paint. I'm going to paint it the same blue again, and I may or may not paint the valve cover. I've got another valve cover that actually says turbo on it that I might swap out for the one that's on there now.